Greetings, minions, factory managers, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing Satisfactory Early Access, and it's essentially episode 1. So we're kind of starting off on a new map. I've been playing this for just about 2 weeks now, and well, I've lost lots of sleep playing this game, and I've lost a lot of well, there's a lot of meals that I missed as well. So let's get started. So I'm gonna select this one because I've seen a lot of people play this and I've played it myself, but this one I enjoyed this one a little bit more, so we're just gonna go with that. It really doesn't matter because they're all on the same planet, just different sections of the planet, you know, different locations on the planet. So this one just stands out to me. And it's a very short load time, so here's the beginning sequence. Wait, come back.
Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit Pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis. Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation. That's it. Get to work and be effective. Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized.
Definitely has a Fallout kind of vibe to it with the that video anyway. Any day now, sweetheart.
Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Cool. Still a better landing than in Subnautica and
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 AB,
Empyrean.
your designated sector in the binary star system of Akija. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations.
Okay, for some reason it's not picking
Objective-based
up.
introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding.
There we go.
First objective. Please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste.
All right.
Second objective. Please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone. Note: according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
Okay, so now
Initial scans reveal coloring properties in the flower petals. Further analysis required. Third objective. Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
okay, so hopefully she'll shut up enough to let me talk. So now we're just going to look for a suitable location for our manufacturing base. And just picking up all kinds of leaves and brush along the way. And I want to somewhat keep it close to the iron deposit. Which I'm actually not familiar with this particular landing site. Hey, big boy. Don't poop on me. Now there's a spot, if it's the same map all the time, there is one spot that has 3 deposits of iron, copper, and 2 limestone fairly nearby, which is great for just starting out. Okay, so apparently get the nuts.
This consumable possesses minor healing properties. Further analysis required to establish object scanner identification.
Let's see, that was a pretty close area over here. Gotta scan again because it disappears on me. Okay, so there's at least 2 over here, maybe 3. It's a little slow going in the beginning, as it pretty much should be for a game of this nature. Kind of combines like make your own factory, you know, and the management of resources and whatnot, with a little bit of survival kind of tossed in there. And see, there's there. It looks like it might be up there. That's not advantageous at all. Yeah, that's not good. Maybe if we come out this way. Alright, we've got to watch out for those. Those are bastards right there. Little bastards. Ow! Knock it off. Oh crap, 2 of them? Screw that. Hopefully this is the area that I'm looking for. And yep, this is it. So now we gotta be very careful. Whoa. About getting down the hill. There we go. Alright, so we have over here 3 areas of iron deposits. So we'll go ahead and collect those. Oh boy. Got your shell.
Studying the remains of this creature might shed light on how to defend yourself in the future. I recommend analysis.
I recommend leaving them alone for now.
Fourth objective, build the hub. Note, to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution, ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
And we got that. Now we need to get a hub in place. And what I'm planning on doing is have this here as the main place to lay down mining facilities, and then route conveyors eventually down here, because this is where I'm going to build the factory, and I'll have the hub up here. For now, it's going to be a bit of a slog. I have to go up and down the hill all the time, but we'll have the hub over there. But right now I want to get the copper and the limestone, which is right over here. Shit. Why am I not hurting that guy? Shit. Ah, hell. Come here, you little bastard. Give me your guts. That's more like it. I hear something nearby. It just makes me a little paranoid. Just a little paranoid. Alright, let's get that hub put together. So we'll have to clear out a little bit of an area and set it down. Okay, so the iron is just down there. Let's hit Q. And let's see, I can't remember what side the power is at. If it's not over on that side on the left, then I'll just take it down and do it again. Alright.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub Terminal. 5th objective, Hub Upgrade Storage and Power. Note: the craft bench and hub terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Alright, so we need to make some iron rods. We need to get the hub upgraded all the way for the first stage of this in order to really start moving on into the game. So we got some iron from the iron deposits. We're now going to turn it into iron ingots and then turn it into iron rods. Later in the game, you can automate this process so you don't have to stand here and hold down the mouse button for the whole time just to do the crafting right here. So we'll get this all up and then we'll take care of business. Do 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 do. 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. All right. All right. So I'm gonna put flowers and all that stuff
you have unlocked
aside.
Hub Feature Biomass Generator. Hub Feature Personal Storage. Scanner Feature Copper. New equipment, buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the workshop when built, build menu, and craft bench respectively.
Okay, so
6th objective, Hub Upgrade Construction. Note: connect buildings to a generator for power. Note: buildings such as the smelter require a blueprint to be set. Advice: automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
I plan on doing just that. Right now I need to get the crafting bench out here. And kind of just put it as close as I can get it. Like that. Okay, so we're going to make, let's see, try to make 6. I don't think it has it right yet. So we need, well, hold on. This isn't what I needed. That's what I needed. I was wondering why I couldn't make the portable miners. Alright, so we need some wire and some cable, actually. One nice thing about this game is, you know, I'm very forgetful, especially when it comes in numbers. And to have a little list like that so you can keep track of what you got and what you need, that's just freaking awesome. So we can't afford the recipe. I'm pretty sure I had some copper. Did I put it in here? Yeah, I put it in there. Okay. So we need 8 wire and 4 cable. Pretty easy. But actually we're going to need a bit more than that to make multiple miners. So I probably should change up the shopping list there. Let's see, 5, 6. That should be enough. Alright, so we need 2 more iron plates. And wire. And then try to get just enough cable. Okay, so now we can make a bunch of this. But that add to-do list thing is very helpful for knuckleheads like me. So what am I missing here? Okay, here we go. Let's see, we need 10 plates and we got 1. And then iron rods, we got 4. And yeah, we got enough of that. So let's pop these in. Oh, that's not it. Alright, let's get these
Congratulations.
in place.
You have unlocked Scanner Stone. New buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 7th objective. Hub upgrade, conveyor belts. Note. Use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results. Note. Constructors are capable of constructing copious parts, of which only one type at a time.
Okay, so these here will automatically mine the iron that's in this. It doesn't require any additional power, so that's quite nice. And it'll only collect up to 100, and then it'll stop. So we can deal with that. So now we're heading over to where the copper and limestone is at. I keep hitting the wrong key. Alright. Alright, and there's one limestone deposit out this way. And you gotta be careful going down large drops like this. And I think it's somewhere in this direction. There we are. Okay. Oop. Alright, so by the time we got all these in place, we go back to the iron. These nuts here. By the time we get there, the iron should be full. And I gotta keep remembering to pick up leaves and stuff like that. And I might have... yeah, it's this way. Dang it. One downside to this game, and this is a really good game, it's addicting as hell. But one thing that it really needs is a map system. And one thing I'll have to do, let's see. I can't make them yet. Let's see. Ramps and foundations. Okay, that is what I needed. It'll make getting down there to that that iron deposit a lot easier. But it's getting more complicated with oh, I need to get that stuff. It's getting more complicated as I go along, so I have to keep an eye on that. I don't recall there being a way to scale up that side just yet, so the long way it is. It's inconvenient now, but once I could set down foundations and ramps, not a problem at all. By the time I've got that done, that means the copper should be ready to go, and the limestone, we'll need that for the concrete. And we'll need a fair bit of concrete. Okay, now we can go back and try to figure this all out. Now, right at this point in the game, everything is kind of spaced apart a fair deal. It's not really bad, like it's not several kilometers that way or something, but it is a bit spaced apart and annoying. But once we get things automated, it will chill the hell right out. So make a bunch of this, and we got a lot of stuff to make here. See, this game reminds me of a game I got on a Windows 95 sample pack for games. There was a game in it that had like a factory floor, and you can hire people. You know, you can hire like R&D, you can hire sales and you know, marketing team and stuff like that, and then you have the machines, and you put them up on a grid on the factory floor, and then you can assign like maintenance staff and people to operate the machines to make various kinds of things, and then you have to sell it. So it was kind of like a business, or you know, it was a factory, but it was kind of like a business simulation game. And I put so many hours into that, it's not even funny. I can't even remember what the name of the game was, but yeah, that was a lot of fun back in the day. And I think the last time I played it was like, oh geez, I know it was before I moved back home, so maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and it could barely run on Windows 7 or even Windows XP. It gave me some problems. One of these days I'm going to have to boot that game up again and see if it'll work with Windows 10. But anyways, this game has a lot in common with that, but it also has things in common with you know, Empyrean, and you know, with the survival aspect and harvesting resources. This game doesn't have so much as in you have to, you know, gather food and water and stuff like that to survive, but you know, it's just a little bit of a twist on the factory sim game, or the management sim game, which is pretty damn cool in my book. Alright, let's get some iron plates. Try to get that next level up here. And just so you know, we're going for an hour here, so I'm not too worried about it. This is an introductory episode. I also want to make mention that this game, I got a copy of it for basically to review the game, and I didn't pay anything for it. I ain't paid to play either, but yeah, I got my hands on a free copy of it, and I am very glad that I did. And right now it's in early access, but there's a lot that could be added to it. There's a lot of potential here, but really, I mean, this game is, as far as I could see, is pretty much fully playable. I'm really interested to see what's coming in the future for this game. But again, you know, like the beginning part here is kind of dull, and I should have a smelter set up, and I will in just a little bit here, but I just need to get the resources together. Let's see how much. Oh, I got plenty of everything. Okay, so good with that. Good with that. And good with that. So now we need this. Now this is where the game takes a new degree of complication to it. Is where you have base materials that are produced. Like right now, the most basic would be the ores, the limestone, the copper, the iron. That's basic. And then you have like first stage crafting. You know, first stage materials to craft, which would be like iron plates, iron rods, wire, cable, and then you have like the next stage where you're combining what you've made up here with these things. So like with screws, you have to have a bunch of iron rods. So this is like third stage stuff here to make screws. So we'll make a few of those. Okay, and then this is like fourth stage kind of stuff, because you're combining this with this. And that should be enough for this here. Booyah! Okay, so now...
Congratulations. You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively.
Now if you...
8th objective. Hub upgrade, additional power. Advice. When planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts. Caution. Overloading the power network guarantees suboptimal performance.
Alright. Now on here, this is of course where you can build things, specific items. If you go over here and highlight it, just put your cursor on it and then hit a number, that'll automatically put it into your toolbar, which I think is very helpful. Alright, so 6. Actually, let's do it backwards. And there's a bit of clipping here. Alright. Okay, that worked out pretty darn good. And this here, let's see. Spinning around a little bit. And that will be the basis for a foundation for our factory. Now the nice thing about the game is it doesn't punish you for not having you know, for when you tear something down, it doesn't lose resources, at least not yet anyway. Maybe in the future that might be something the mod or the developers will put into the game, but yeah, so far so good, I guess. So if I tore apart my base, I'll get the everything back from it, and I'm not liking that right at the moment. There. Alright, so let's go back into here. Production. Smelter, we'll make that number 7. And we'll need, I think we got all that. So we can kind of do this. Now, thing to note is watch the arrows on either side of the machine, because I sometimes get it confused on here. But for right now, we'll just do that. And let's see, it's going to cost this constructor. Okay, we need to get the miner, the production scale miner. So we need hub upgrade. 47. We'll need all kinds of stuff. And we'll sort that. Just kind of clear out the inventory a little bit. Alright. So now we can come down this way and not have to jump down there and then go all the way back around. Now I found myself, like, once I get something started, the very basics, I find that you're going to end up tearing down your factory and rebuilding it, and you know, having things moved around differently every so often, especially if you're climbing up the tiers of development, whatever that's called. Now, I've actually played this so much that I've gotten to where there's nothing really else to do in it. You know, no objectives left for me to do besides just, you know, keep alive, and that's not really hard to do. Alright, so we need to get to the next level because, yeah, constructors, or miners, auto miners rather. Alright. Alright, so with power lines, and we'll do like that. Now you connect the power line from there, and you go over there. Oh, I'm missing a cable. Alright, well, crap. Cable. Okay. Now, as you can see here, or not, when you put down one of these, you have 4, oh yeah, right there, 4 connections that you can plug into it. After that, after it's all used up, you can't plug anything else into it, so you have to build another power line. So that's gonna be something we'll do in a little bit more complicated capacity in just a sec. Let me get all this biomass right here. That should be enough for now. Okay, so the smelter's got some juice to it. And we'll put all that in there. So that's making iron ingots for us without having to really do much about it. So while that's grinding the first 100 away, let's grind this away. Alright, got... Okay, so... That's what I wanted, but I don't have the ingots right yet. Alright, I got... There we go. So we need 38 iron plates, and then we're going to need 75 iron rods. And that should get us to the next level of hub upgrades. Let's come down here and get what we can out of here. So if you double click on that, that'll withdraw it. Okay, let's get back to it. Now, when we get into more advanced equipment and all that, when we really want to make a real layout for the base, well, I'd say base for the factory, we'll have to tear what we got down, and there's certain ways that I do things that seem more efficient. Other people might think that it's not efficient, and they might be right. It's just the way I like to do things, and there is no right way, at least in my book, of how to do things and have fun. Alright, so let's get some cable up here. We got enough of that. Not paying as much attention to the numbers that I got because I can't see it so well. My eyes are all blurry. Okay, so that's good.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub feature, additional biomass generator. New buildings, which can be found in the build menu.
Here we go.
Ninth objective, hub upgrade, molecular analysis. Note: to ensure full mastery of skills and equipment, I have been asked to not interfere with this last objective. Good luck.
Thank you. Alright, so we got the 5 portable miners already out. There's actually 6 out, but we already got that taken care of. So we need to convert some iron rods, or turn things into iron rods. So just convert all this from ore. Okay, and then concrete, we'll need some limestones. We gotta, actually we can come out here. I am so lucky I didn't get my legs broken on that one. Let's see, there it is. And since we're out here, we'll get some more copper, get some more limestone from this other site, and then we'll start putting in auto miners. Because why not? I won't put miners on the copper and the limestone just yet. Mainly, my main goal is just to get the iron hooked up. But I do need to get the concrete. Alright. Alright, this one we're going to put on number 8. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, number 8. Now this one I want to turn. And it looks like a 180 or a 90-degree angle. All right, some more in there. Take that out. Now what we want to do is set up some conveyor belts. And let's see. Okay, iron sheets. Or iron plates, rather. Okay. Right, at the moment, we don't have... Yeah, we don't have the organizational stuff yet. So we just need one row of conveyors, and I think we'll take it from this one over here since it's closest. So run that and hit 3. It's already the one designated for conveyors. Now, in the beginning of the game, I don't really care about the tidiness of where these are, but later on, I actually did that one wrong. Later on, I'll want to tidy them up a little bit. There, that way we can get underneath it. Because I hate hopping over these things all the time. And later on in the game, when you upgrade the conveyor belts to like Mark III and Mark IV, you just go flying. Alright, we need more concrete. Alright, so go there. Now, we'll put down a storage container. Now, one thing to look for, and I didn't realize this until I played it many hours, and then realized, oh, that's what it's for. If you look right in the center of the screen, there's a blue line. That delineates where the opening of the smelter is to the opening of the input of the container. So you should see it's completely in line with that. So that's a very helpful thing for the game. Now this thing will just keep making iron ingots non-stop. And I probably should put all the iron that I've gained. Do this and let it run it down a little bit. And let's see. Come back here. We get 150 plates. Okay. So basically the idea is you have the miners pulling all the iron into a storage container, or individual storage containers for the miners. So you have 3 lines running. From those containers, they run out to like 3, 4, 5, or 6 smelters, and then from there they go into containers, and then they go from the containers out to constructors and etc. So, and I have a way of where you can make it so that all of them are merged together. Like if you have 3 smelters, the outputs are such that they'll merge together all the paths for the conveyors, and that way if one gets full, it won't just stop producing, it'll shift over to another bin and put it in that, so you constantly have things moving. If they're sitting idle, they're just consuming power and aren't really all that useful. So that's part of the fun of it all. It's also part of the tedium of it. Okay. So we're going to need a lot of wire, and we already got a fair piece in there. I think I can go back down and reconnect the conveyor to the smelter. And we'll do that in just a sec here. Alright. Excuse me. I had intended to take the iron ore that was already in my inventory and then wait for it to, the smelter to boil down, you know, a bunch of stuff, and then throw what I have on me in there just to clear my inventory. I ended up doing it without even thinking about it, just from the workbench. Oh well. And it looks like we have another generator, so that's helpful. And got that, at least that much taken care of. Let's do some rods. Actually, wire comes out a lot faster, so we'll do this. And then we'll probably need to make a constructor. We'll need to make a couple in the long run, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there's no combiners, no splitters. So yeah, the beginning of this game is kind of tedious, but once you get things rolling and you know, other things unlock, it's a lot of fun. And having to go out for the more rare resources like coal and later oil, and then you can find green slugs that does certain things, and I mean slugs is in the creatures. You can find other things around on the planet, you know, so that exploration aspect is very cool. Alright, let's go get some iron. I probably should be building a constructor, but kind of want to get things a little more organized. Alright. Actually, we'll wait for that to build up a little bit. Go get another load of, oh shoot. Okay, I'll need some pipes. So I will need to grab what's in here. And by pipes, I mean iron rods. And do I have enough concrete? Yes. and we'll take this. I'm gonna leave these here without putting in a miner, because I kind of thought that I would set it up, but it's a long stretch of a conveyor belt that I would have to make, and I'm not quite there yet, but we'll get around to it. So we'll come back here to the hub, and we'll call it an episode. But this is the basic beginning for the game. Just kind of get something simple up, and basic, and work your way up enough through all the tiers. After this, you should be pretty much good to go with beginning stuff. And eventually you'll have to build a space elevator and manufacture things to put into that to send it up, and that will unlock things for you. So it's a very simple game, but there's also a lot of things that make it complicated and interesting. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and you gotta check out the links in the description box below. And until next time, see you later. Twitch, Twitch.